and thank you for joining me for this 25-minute floor-based yoga sequence. So for this sequence you will need a yoga strap. If you don't have one of those, you can grab a dressing gown belt. A resistance band will also work just fine, but it needs to have quite a high degree of resistance and not be too stretchy. So once you have what you need, come to get yourself laid down on your yoga or exercise mat. Lie however feels comfortable for you. Legs extended if that works for you. If it doesn't, then have the knees bent and the soles of the feet flat. And just take a moment here just to bring your awareness to your breath. Begin to deepen, lengthen your breaths in. Begin to lengthen your breaths out. Breathing in slowly and steadily through the nose, keeping the mouth closed. And exhaling slowly and steadily again through the nose, keeping the mouth closed if you can. Take another couple of really deep, steady breaths here. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling slowly. And as you breathe in, slowly begin to stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Bring the legs a little closer together. As you breathe out, reach the hands back towards whatever's behind you. Maybe bringing the back of the hands down onto the floor. Pointing the toes if the legs are straight. Reach back as you breathe in a little bit more through the fingertips. And hold it here as you breathe out. And take a deep breath in, stretch the hands back up towards the ceiling once again. Engage your core, and as you breathe out, slide your feet in towards you and then bring your knees into your chest. So interlace your fingers around your shins, take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, start to pull your knees a little closer in towards your chest. Just begin to gently rock from side to side a few times, massaging the width of your lower back against your mat. And then coming back to centre. As you breathe in, extend the arms out to the sides of the room, palms face up, engage your core. Now as you breathe out, slowly bring the knees over to the right hand side, just about halfway to the floor to begin with, no closer. As you breathe in, slowly bring the knees back to centre. Exhale, take the knees over to the left, again just about halfway to the floor. Breathe in, bring the knees back to centre. Exhale over to the right. If halfway felt comfortable, maybe go 2/3. Breathe in, slowly back to centre. Exhale, take the knees over to the left. Again, maybe 2/3 of the way, but don't force it. Keep the shoulders pressing into the floor. Breathe in, knees back to centre. Exhale, knees over to the right, maybe going 3/4 of the way to the floor. Inhale, knees back to centre. Exhale, keeping the core engaged, take the knees over to the left. As you breathe in, slowly bring the knees back to centre. Now as you exhale, interlace your fingers around your right shin and then extend your left leg all the way down onto your mat. Take a deep breath in, press down firmly through the back of the left leg. And then as you breathe out, really firmly pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. So holding it here as you breathe in, keep the thigh muscles on the left leg engaged. Use the breaths out to pull the right knee slightly closer. And take one more deep breath in here. And one more long breath out. As you breathe in, extend the left hand out to the left hand side. Once again, bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee. And then as you breathe out, slowly bring your right knee out to the right and down towards the floor. Holding it here as you breathe in, engage your core just to help keep the back of your body flat to the mat and avoid the left side lifting. Breathe out, see if you can press the right knee slightly closer to the floor, keeping the foot flexed, the right foot flexed, so the foot and knee are about the same height. Take one more deep breath in, and one more long breath out. And then as you breathe in, slowly start to bring the right leg all the way back to centre, and exhale, extend the right leg down onto the mat. Press down through the back of the right thigh, take a deep breath in, bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers around the left shin And then breathe out, slowly start to pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. Breathe in, flex both feet, press down harder through the back of the right thigh. Exhale, see if you can pull the left knee a little closer, but don't force it. Take one more deep breath in. And one more long exhale. And then as you breathe in, extend the right hand out to the right hand side once again, left hand to the inside of left knee, and then slowly as you breathe out, press the left knee out to the left and down towards the floor. Try and keep your knee in line with your lower rib cage, navel, or at the very least your hip. Avoid bringing the left knee down so it's in line with your right thigh or right knee. Hold it here as you breathe in. Breathe out, press the left knee slightly closer to the floor. Again, as you breathe in, just engage your core to help keep the back of the body, the right hand side of the body on the mat. Exhale nice and slowly here. And then take a deep breath in, slowly bring that left leg back to centre. As you breathe out, bend the left knee or keep the left leg bent, release the sole of the left foot to the floor, and then bend the right knee, release the sole of the right foot to the floor. So make sure that your heels are nice and close towards you. Maybe just shuffle your bum slightly closer to your heels, but keep the feet about hip width apart. Now as you breathe in, engage your glutes so you feel your pelvis tilt, tailbone tuck, and then press through the feet to lift your lower back, then the middle of your back, then your upper back, up away from the mat, really pressing the thighs and hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly roll back down, keeping the glutes engaged, lowering down, nice and controlled, one vertebra at a time, coming back to the mat. Do that another couple of times. So breathe in, press down through the feet, keeping the glutes engaged or re-engaging them. Press the hips and pelvis up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly roll back down. Use that whole breath out. Re-engaging the glutes, press down through the feet and lift a little higher. And then exhale, slowly begin to roll back down. Once the lower back comes down onto the mat, take a deep breath in. Lift the right foot, bring the right knee into the chest. Now take hold of your strap, band, belt, whatever you're using. And then loop the band, loop the strap around the sole of your foot. Now take a deep breath in, extend your right foot up to the ceiling. Straighten your right leg if you can, but don't force it. It's fine to have a little bit of a bend in the knee here if you need to. And then as you breathe out, start to pull really firmly on the strap to pull your right leg a little closer in towards you. Reach your hands up towards your foot, but make sure the shoulders stay in contact with the mat. Now you can keep this left leg bent, or you can extend your left leg and press down through the back of the left thigh. So I'm going to hold it here for a few breaths, breathing in deeply. Breathe out, maybe pull harder on the strap, pull the right leg a little closer towards you. Inhale, maybe really press the heel up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull on the strap a little harder. Take one more deep breath in, keep pressing firmly through the back of the left thigh. Maybe walk the hands slightly closer to your right foot, and then as you breathe out, see if you can pull a little harder on the strap. Now bring both ends of the strap into your right hand, hold onto it as close to your right foot as you can. Stretch your left hand out to the left hand side first, and then slowly as you breathe out, bring your right foot out to the side and down towards the floor. Grip the strap or band tightly so your foot doesn't just suddenly fling away from you. And then keep bringing the right leg slowly towards the floor. And make sure that your left bum cheek stays in contact with the mat. So if you feel like actually your pelvis is starting to tilt and the weight of your right leg is pulling you over onto your right hand side, then lift the right leg a little higher. Maybe engage the inner thigh muscles on the right leg a touch more. We'll hold it here for one more deep breath in. And one more long breath out. And then as you breathe in, slowly bring the right leg back to centre and hold it here as you exhale, bringing the strap back into both hands. So we're going to take a deep breath in, slowly lift the left leg, bring the left foot up inside the strap or band, and then as you breathe out, lower your right leg down, keeping a bend in the right knee, bringing the right foot to the floor to begin with. So take a deep breath in, reach up a little higher with the hands, hold onto the strap with both hands to begin with. And then as you breathe out, start to pull on the strap to pull your left leg closer towards you. And again, you don't have to force the left leg straight. You can have a bend in the knee, but just do whatever feels comfortable for you. Holding it here for a few breaths, breathing in. As you breathe out, you can maybe straighten your right leg, pressing down firmly through the back of the right thigh. Breathing in. Breathing out to go a little deeper into the stretch. One more inhale. And one more long exhale. And then as you breathe in, bring both ends of the strap into your left hand. Again, reach up a little higher, hold on to it closer to your foot. Stretch the right hand out to the right hand side, and then slowly as you breathe out, bring your left foot out to the left, down towards the floor, nice and slowly. Keep the thigh muscles strong, and again, just make sure that your right bum cheek doesn't start to lift away from the mat. Hold it here as you breathe in. Breathe out nice and slowly. If you happen to have something next to you that your foot ends up touching, then that's fine, but you can actively press the foot into whatever it's touching, whether it's a wall, whether it's a sofa or whatever, just to keep the thigh muscles active here. Take another couple of deep breaths. Maybe take the left foot slightly closer to the floor if you can. One more inhale and exhale slowly. As you breathe in, slowly bring the left leg back to centre, and then hold it here as you breathe out, bringing the strap back into both hands. So keep the left leg extended, bring the right foot up to meet the left. Straighten both legs as much as you can, but again, if you need to keep a bend in the knees, that's fine. And then breathe out, start to pull on the strap to pull both legs towards you, pressing the shoulders into the mat. Hold it as you breathe in. Just make sure that your lower back is pressing into the mat, so make sure that you don't pull your legs so close that your lower back is lifted. And then breathing out, stretch the hamstrings a little deeper if you can by pulling on the strap a little harder. So on your next breath in, carefully release the strap from around your feet, bend your knees, and then as you breathe out, bring the soles of the feet back down onto the mat, pop the strap down next to you. So we're going to take a deep breath in, extend the right foot up to the ceiling, flex the right foot. Now as you exhale, rotate the right leg so the knee is pointing out to the right hand side, bend the knee and then carefully bring the outer edge of your right foot to the front of your left thigh. You are welcome to hold here. If that actually feels like a pretty deep stretch, then stay as you are. Otherwise, as you breathe in, you can lift your left foot, bring the left thigh in towards you, and then as you breathe out, lift your head, stretch your hands forward, taking the right hand through the gap in between the legs and then interlacing the fingers around the left thigh. So take a deep breath in, slowly release the back of your head down onto your mat, and then as you breathe out, you can pull that left thigh a little closer in towards you. Again, just try to make sure that your lower back stays in contact with the mat and doesn't start to lift. Now, if you want another hamstring stretch here, then as you breathe in, you can straighten the left leg, extending the left heel up to the ceiling. But as you breathe out, try to keep pulling that left leg towards you. Breathing in, breathing out slowly and steadily. Take one more inhale here. And one more long breath out. And then bending the left knee, if you straightened it, release the left foot back down onto your mat, hands down by your side. Take a deep breath in, extend the right foot up to the ceiling, maybe just circle the right ankle a couple of times. And then as you breathe out, bend the right knee, bring the right foot back to the floor. Take a deep breath in, extend the left foot up to the ceiling this time, flex the left foot, and then exhale to rotate the left leg so the knee points out to the left hand side. Bend the knee, bring the outer edge of the left foot to the front of the right thigh. So again, option to just stay here if that already feels like a pretty deep stretch in the left hip. If it doesn't, as you breathe in, lift the right foot, bring the right thigh in towards you, and then exhale, lift your head, interlace the fingers around the back of your right thigh. As you breathe in, release the back of your head back down, and then breathe out, slowly start to pull your right thigh a little closer in towards you. Holding it here for a few breaths, breathing in. Again, if you want to, you've got the option to straighten the right leg to get that hamstring stretch again on the right side. Breathing in, make sure your lower back stays pressing into the mat. Exhaling slowly and steadily. One more deep breath in. If the right leg is straight, as you breathe out, bend the right knee, bring the right foot back to the mat, hands down by your side. Take a deep breath in, extend the left foot up to the ceiling, maybe just circle the left ankle a couple of times. And then as you breathe out, bring your left knee into your chest, Lift the right foot, bring the right knee into the chest, and then take the hands to the back of the thighs. So you're going to take a deep breath in, extend the heels up to the ceiling, lift your head carefully, tuck your chin to your chest, and then as you breathe out, slowly begin to rock forwards and backwards, gradually coming all the way up to a seated position. So shuffling back, sit with the legs crossed if you can. Bring the hands onto the knees. Now take a deep breath in, sit up a little bit taller. Engage your core, and then as you exhale, lean forward slightly. Just rock gently from side to side, lifting one bum cheek and then the other, and then lift your shoulders back so they're back above your hips. Now take a deep breath in, stretch the arms out to the side, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Keep the right arm extended, but as you breathe out, bring your left arm down until the fingertips, just the fingertips, touch the floor next to your left hip. Breathe in, stretch the right hand up a little higher, and then slowly as you breathe out, reach your right hand up and over towards the left hand side. Bring the palm of the left hand flat, bend the left elbow. Hold it here as you breathe in, maybe pull the right arm back ever so slightly. And exhale, reach the right hand a little closer to the left hand side of the room. Breathing in and breathing out slowly. Take a deep breath in, press down through the left hand, come all the way back up. And then as you breathe out, swap the hands, the left hand comes up, right fingertips come down onto the floor next to you, keeping the right arm straight. Breathe in, stretch the left hand up a little higher, keep the chest facing forward. And then exhale, slowly start to reach your left hand up and over to the right. Palm of the right hand flat, bend the right elbow. Hold here as you breathe in, pull the left arm back slightly. Exhale, see if you can reach and stretch the left fingertips a little closer to the right hand side of the room. One more deep breath in. And one more long breath out. And then breathe in, press down through the right hand, come all the way back up. As you breathe out, lift the right hand up towards the ceiling. Now take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, engage your core. Lean forward slightly, bringing more weight into the ankles and the outer edges of the feet, and then bring your hands down onto the mat in front of you. Hold it here as you breathe in. If you can, as you breathe out, start to walk your hands a little bit further forward. Hold as you inhale. Exhale, maybe take the hands even further forward. Maybe lower the forearms and the elbows down onto the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale nice and slowly. One more inhale. And one more long breath out. And then as you breathe in, start to press down through your hands. Lift your chest, and as you breathe out, walk your hands back in towards you. Now bring the knees closer together, take your feet to the side, bring the knees to the mat, and then come forward onto hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide, make sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Tops of the feet flat to the mat, so avoid tucking the toes unless you feel like you have to. Take a deep breath in, slowly but actively press your belly down towards your mat, lift your head, look forward. And as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, press the middle of the back towards the ceiling, pulling your navel towards your spine. Breathe in, slowly lower your belly, lift your head. Exhale, chin to chest, middle back to the ceiling. Breathe in, lower your belly, lift your head. Exhale, chin to chest, middle back to the ceiling, navel to spine. Take a deep breath in, slowly come back to a neutral spine. Keep your hips directly above your knees, and then as you breathe out, start to walk your hands forward. Begin to lower your chest down towards your mat. See if you can bring your forehead all the way down, keeping the arms straight and the elbows lifted. Now as you breathe in, press through your hands, start to tilt your pelvis so your tailbone is pointing more upwards towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, start to press your chest a little closer to the floor. Now if you've got your forehead on the mat, that feels fairly easy and you can't get your chest any closer to the floor, then you can lift your head, look forward. For the deepest stretch here, you can press your chin down into the mat. That's a pretty deep stretch, so only take that variation if the first one felt really quite easy. Holding as you breathe in. Breathing out nice and slowly, press your chest a little closer to the floor. Breathing in. And exhaling slowly. Now as you breathe in, press down through your hands, lift your chest, And then as you breathe out, slide the hands back in towards you so the wrists are underneath your shoulders. Now walk your knees forward, bring the knees together, take the feet to the side, and then carefully sit yourself down onto your mat, extending the legs out in front of you. You're going to keep the right leg extended, hug the left knee into the chest, let the left knee drop to the side. So we're going to use our strap again here. Take a deep breath in, sit up nice and tall, engage your core, and then as you breathe out, slowly begin to fold forward. Carefully loop the strap around the sole of your right foot. Now take a deep breath in, press your chest and torso forward, but try and keep the shoulders back. And then as you breathe out, see if you can hinge a little deeper from the hips, gradually pressing your chest and your torso a little closer towards your right thigh. Now take a deep breath in, see if you can walk your hands a little closer to your right foot. If your hands are virtually at your foot, then you can let go of your strap and hold your foot instead. But if they're not quite there, don't overstretch, just keep hold of the strap. Take another couple of deep breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. See if you can fold a little deeper. Inhaling deeply and exhaling to fold a little bit more. As you breathe in, slowly begin to lift your chest, sliding the hands back up your strap or up your leg. And then as you breathe out, hug the left knee in. Now extend the left leg forward, hug the right knee in, let the right knee drop to the side. Just bring the strap into your left hand for the moment while you position your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. So deep breath in, sit up nice and tall, bring the strap back into both hands. As you exhale, engage your core, start to press your chest and torso forward. Hold as you breathe in, walk the hands a little closer to the left foot. Breathe out, see if you can hinge a little deeper, bringing your chest and torso a little closer to your left thigh. Try to keep your spine fairly neutral here, so avoid rounding your upper back or pulling the shoulders forward or tucking your chin to your chest. Try and keep the chest nice and open. Take another couple of deep breaths. See if you can press down a little bit harder through the back of the left thigh. Breathe out, fold a little deeper if you can. Breathing in and exhaling to fold a little more. As you breathe in, slowly begin to lift your chest, sliding the hands back, up your leg or up the strap. And then as you breathe out, pop the strap down by your side, hug your right knee in, and then step your right foot forward. So your right heel is in line with your left knee, and then bend the left knee. Shuffle forward so you're sat right in the middle of your mat if you need to. Take a deep breath in, stretch the arms out in front of you, engage your core, squeeze the knees together, and then as you breathe out, slowly begin to roll down onto your back, gradually releasing your lower back, middle back, upper back, and then the back of the head. Take a deep breath in, hug the knees into the chest, interlace the fingers around the shins, and then as you breathe out, extend the arms out to the sides of the room. And take a deep breath in here, really engage your core, press down through the shoulders, and then as you breathe out, slowly take your knees over to the right hand side. This time, see if you can bring your knees all the way down onto the floor. So if you can get there, place your right hand onto your left thigh, take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, press down really firmly through the left shoulder, turn your head to look past your right hand. If you can't quite get the knees to the floor, or if you've got a little bit of a gap between the thighs, you can use cushions here. So you can place a cushion or two underneath your right leg, or you can place a cushion in between your knees, just to kind of give you a little bit more support here. Holding it here for another couple of breaths, breathing in. Breathe out, see if you can press a little harder through the right hand, through the left shoulder and the left arm. One more inhale. And one more long exhale. Re-extend the right arm. Take a deep breath in, re-engage your core, press through the shoulders, slowly bring the knees back to centre. And then as you exhale, take the knees over to the left, nice and slowly, bringing the left leg all the way to the floor if you can get there. Again, use cushions if not. Place your left hand onto your right thigh, take a deep breath in, press down firmly through the right shoulder, and then as you breathe out, turn your head to look past your right hand. And again, just holding it here for a few breaths, breathing in, breathing out slowly and steadily. One more deep breath in, and then exhale, re-extend the left arm. Take a deep breath in, re-engage your core, press through the shoulders, use your core strength to bring the knees back to centre. And then as you breathe out, carefully release the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Relaxing the core, bring the hands down by your side and then extend your legs. Find a comfortable position to spend the last few moments of your practice. Take a deep full breath in. And then as you breathe out, close your eyes. Just take a few moments of complete stillness here, just drawing the awareness back to the breath. Deepening and lengthening the breaths in once again. Lengthening and controlling the breaths out. And then on your next breath in, slowly start to slide your right foot in towards you, bring your right knee into your chest, take the right hand around the right knee, and then as you exhale, slide the left foot in towards you, bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers around the shins, rock them side to side a few times, and then blinking the eyes open, extend the feet up to the ceiling, take the hands to the back of the thighs, tuck your chin to your chest, slowly begin to rock forwards and backwards, and then gradually come all the way up into a seated position to finish. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye bye.